A man won $200 million in the lottery, yet he could only pretend to be poor. He secretly bought a 1982 Lafite, but poured it into a $10 wine bottle. Imported meat sauce went into a canned luncheon meat container, and he even threw away the packaging of Spanish ham, replacing it with cheap plastic wrap. His name is Daniel. His wife had asked for a divorce because she thought he was poor, but fate had other plans. Suddenly, he hit the $200 million lottery jackpot and became a billionaire overnight. Is there any justice in this world? Daniel didn't tell his wife. Instead, he kept pretending to be poor because his lawyer told him the money counted as marital property. If they divorced now, his wife would get $100 million, and Daniel definitely wasn't going to allow that. Suddenly rich, Daniel was thrilled, but he could only spend his money secretly. He went to a high-end suit store and custom-ordered 2 Armani suits, spending $300,000 in one go. Then he spent another $400,000 on a watch, and finally upgraded to an iPhone 18. While strolling leisurely, he ran into an acquaintance. Panicking, he quickly used a bag to hide his face and ducked into a luxury store. He asked a salesperson to block his friend at the door, and seeing Daniel decked out in designer brands, the salesperson agreed immediately. As a gesture of thanks, Daniel spent $100,000 on a display stand for a soda can. At home, he hid all his luxury items in a warehouse, poured the expensive wine into ordinary bottles, and disguised everything. Only then could Daniel truly enjoy himself. He took a sip and thought, wow, this tastes incredible. Immersed in the joy of being rich, he suddenly heard the door open. It was his wife coming home. Reacting quickly, he leapt onto the sofa and casually unbuttoned his suit. By the time his wife arrived, he had removed the expensive suit and looked completely nonchalant. His wife was speechless. Seeing him idle all day, she told him to work at a supermarket. Daniel didn't need money, but to avoid suspicion, he had to agree. He never expected the supermarket owner to be his old nemesis, Matthew. Since their school days, Matthew had always tried to make Daniel's life miserable, and now he was at it again. Matthew mocked him for being poor, ridiculed his lack of accomplishments, and even tried to flirt with his wife, blatantly trying to cuckold him. Yet Daniel endured it all. After all, protecting those $200 million was far more important.